What is up, guys? Welcome back to Shadetreegarage. It's been a while. The car has been broken as usual. So in the last video we got it running good. We were test driving it, all that stuff, and I drove it around for a while just testing things. Anyways, it's not really broken. The turbo's got some shaft play. I kind of knew this was going to happen because we were letting that turbo kind of live at limit. So that's a 6266. We had it on 32 pounds boost for a long time. It's out of its efficiency range with this engine because this thing's living at 32 psi. I mean, from like 4,800 RPM or whatever, all the way up to 7, in between 7 and 8. And I mean, it's just overspooling the crap out of it. Even with the wastegates disconnected, the max it could do was like 33 psi. So I know that it was good dying, and I mean, it lived a long time. I didn't go to really any race. This whole crap, I should say, that's been happening in the world has kind of, I've just been like kind of doing things at my house. I mean, you know how the times are right now. So like, I hate the 25 clear cover. It needs AC again, it needs power steering. Power steering's a very complicated one. A different pulley because it's kind of offset because this is a 26 and I have a 25 pulley on a 33 and it was a GTST. This is a 3584 RS. It is like an off-brand whatever. It's not a super expensive turbo. This was the first turbo that we had on the car when it was stock internal. Lived a long time. Nothing really wrong with it. The exhaust wheel did get it hot and start coming apart. But that was way overspinning as well. Kind of on a journey to finding which turbo I'm going to end up with here. This Precision was a 6266. Both super expensive turbos, that and then this Garrett. And then we have this guy, which was still not cheap for, I mean, it's one of the, I would say, grade A off-brander turbos. That though is 3 millimeters bigger than that. That has a 67 or 68 millimeter inducer or inlet on the compressor wheel. So, and that I believe is 62 millimeters. So we are beating that by what, 5 millimeters or whatever. So, and that's dual ceramic ball bearing. That is just a journal bearing on my car. That's why it probably didn't live so long out of its efficiency range. Now, however, there is a couple things that we have to do. So when this was a 25 car, I had this Garrett on it, stock internals. Y'all may not remember much of it. Those are water and oil cooled. This is water and oil cooled because it's modeled after that. The Precision was just oil cooled or lubricated or whatever. So I am gonna have to switch the lines back. Right now it's just set up for oil. I did have to find my lines, my coolant lines. I did locate them, found some Benjo bolts. The only other thing is I had changed my downpipe to go to the outlet of that Precision so we can get rid of this ugly like reducer thing that I've had on there. So this is gonna just end up being straight back there. No biggie. I'm gonna go ahead and rip that turbo off and then I will meet up with you guys right after. For anybody that is, I've had questions about dual wastegates on these with the 6-boost manifold and my wastegate placement. It's very tight. Thank you for 700 subscribers. Sorry the board still said 600 earlier. I just do want to say thank you very much, guys. That's pretty cool. I wish I could be more consistent with my videos. I'd love to be. It's just I run out of content and I do work and stuff, you know, every day on cars, but I don't want to bore you guys. That's the last thing I want to try to do. But either way, thank you for the 700 subscribers. Here's the ace run that we've got to do tomorrow. Also, something that's going to be happening, I don't know if on the brakes, so I just have, they've been like this since the car came from Japan. Kind of ugly, kind of burnt up and gross. Now I will be doing CTSV brakes eventually, so that's why I've never really painted them. I've never really given a crap. I've just never done anything. But we are going to be painting the calipers, and now the car kind of has this white and gunmetal, as well as like pretty good window tint on it. So it's kind of white, black, ignore the drag wheels on it. White and black with some gunmetal. Now, I was thinking about doing the calipers red, but I'm thinking instead we're going to do them in kind of a gold and do the Nissan black. And we'll see how it looks. Now, I wasn't a big fan of that, but I really do like the gold. I mean, I used to run that kind of stuff on the 240 a lot. And we do have the gold subframe. Alrighty guys, I went ahead and got all the bolts out and the fuel rail. Now I just need to hopefully hit it a couple times and it'll come off. I do have like a silicone seal on there, so that may be kind of hard to get off. So let me mess with it for a second. I guess I'll leave you right here. There it is. Should just have a couple things. TPS sensor, which is like right in front of your face now. So congratulations on that. And a loose brake booster line. All right, there we go. I believe it looks kind of like, looks almost like it was the oil cooler that was leaking. See all that dried coolant? So I'll inspect this more and then I will let you guys know what I find. Regardless, I think we are going to run our turbo line off of this little fitting right here. That should be cold water coming in, which should, I'm trying to think of which side I wanted this to do. I may have to look at it. I'm also going to pull off the coil harness because this is all kind of homemade stuff. That a lot of this crap on here was supposed to be temporary. Like this was all supposed to be way cleaner. Bear in mind it is all just laying there right now, but I do want to do a lot of it cleaner and pin a lot more of it up. Time belt feels pretty good. But I am going to go ahead and remove it because I do want to rebuild that harness. I'm going to try to, as well as rebuild the injector harness. What is going on, guys? Tonight, it's been a few days on the Skyline project. So tonight, anyways, we will be starting on the brakes. I believe we're going to paint the brakes.
Check for my feet in my sheets. Yeah, high school was hard. You fight with my mom. I'd fall asleep with a screaming. Sound machine always speaking. Left emotional scars. Now I'm 21. A soul of 50 years. And now that you are gone, I'm doing things that I shouldn't know from. I'm doing things that I shouldn't do. At 21, a soul of 50. And now that you are gone, I'm doing things that I shouldn't know from. I'm doing things that I shouldn't do. At 21.
So I did get the brakes done. I think they look pretty good. I can say the only things that I really don't like about them is this one, and all the other three look fantastic. It's just this this one's kind of textured because of all the leftover paint that was under it, and I didn't get them blasted because, like I said, I don't plan on keeping these things. But in the meantime, they do look good. Now I'm going to work on getting the intake side all put back together. I'm going to route the hoses for the turbo, the coolant hoses. Get the intake side completely back together, and then modify this side, which is going to be some welding as well as the intercooler probably. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this one off on part 1 right now, and I will see you guys on part 2. Now I could change that and just mix it all in, but it just depends on how long everything ends up being. But if not, thank you guys for your continued support. You guys keep subscribing, and I really appreciate that. Definitely looking forward to finishing up everything that was like needed done, like everything that I said was temporary a long time ago, just to get the car going. But I am excited. Also, Jennifer got a new car. Not this thing. This thing has had so many problems. I don't know. I'll explain that one day. But Jennifer got a badass new car for her anniversary, a Q60 all-wheel drive coupe. 400, whatever, blah, 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 red sport. Looks like 400 twin turbo VR 3.0, VR 30. It's badass. Cannot wait to start modifying that thing. So, yeah, look forward to it. Downside is I did trade my truck for it. So I am going to be buying like a cheaper truck, like one that I can buy cash or whatever, and then eventually a diesel. So there'll be some new stuff coming, which is good. Cannot wait to start modifying that Q60 though. It looks freaking awesome. So anyways, guys, I will see y'all later. Thank you for watching. And I guess that's it.